Hi everybody, today's day 42 and I have my card already painted with gesso previously, and now I am coating it with blue acrylic paint. This paint is from Marie's. I saw this lovely beautiful old paper on the side, and I had the idea that I could paint it and then stick the paper down, let it dry a little bit, and lift it off, and some of the paper would remain. But I didn't really wait long for it to dry, so that didn't happen. It just lifted some of the paint, which wasn't too bad. It's another, that was like a nice alternative. So the top part looks really, really good. And now I'm gonna keep doing the bottom to try and get it to do the same thing. But it really, really did not work out. So I'm going in again, I'm trying again, adding more water and a little more paint. I flipped it over. I flipped the old book page over to try and, give it a fresh try. And it just wasn't working. Yep, that's my frustration hands. Shake, shake, shake. Yeah. So I decided that I would try again. But before that, because the paper ended up being blue, I decided I will use it on a card. So I got my 3 pieces here. But then I found the back was looking very plain. So I'm just going in with my Stabilo All Pencil and just making some little scribbly marks on the card, just to add some more interest to the background. I took the same paint and I wanted to keep those, the lighter part that I picked up, the paint that I was able to pick up, I wanted to keep that. I spoiled the left side, so here I go again trying to lift more paint. And we have a better success this time. So I lost my 3 pieces and I didn't even realize, and I'm just putting in some new pieces and gluing them down. I still had some netting off on the side from my last card, so I decided to use it. But this time I'm putting the same paper that I pressed onto the card. I'm just putting that over the netting to give it another layer. I know it looks very similar to the card from yesterday, but it was there and it's so pretty and I really like the netting, so I decided to use it. I decided I wanted even more marks on my background, and while I was doing this I was thinking I should have done this before, but I didn't, I really didn't think of it then. But I'm adding some marks with an old bank card, and now I'm scraping the edges where the paper meets the netting. I'm just scraping the acrylic paint across those edges to kind of smoothen it out, to blend it. Yeah. And just adding some marks on the card itself, the background of the card, some lines. And then I found that there was too much white and I wanted more starkness, so I decided to go in with the black Stabilo pencil again and just make some deeper marks, some thicker lines. And now I'm activating it with water, and I'm going to leave those nice and dark and thick. Then I decided to fill in those areas with the Stabilo pencil. Instead of just using the line, instead of just having a line, I decided to actually fill in some areas with the, to make it grayer, for want of a better word. So at first I just wanted to highlight certain areas, and then I just went in and covered a lot more area with the Stabilo pencil. And now I've selected my words and I'm cutting it down to size and preparing it to get it stuck down on my card. I decided I did not want those words. Even while I was cutting it out and preparing it, and even adding the glue, it didn't feel right. So I went and I searched my book for another set of words, and what stood out to me was "if you ask." And this just shouted at me, and it felt right. So I chose it, and it reminded me of God again. If you ask God for anything in His name, He will give it to you. in His timing, according to His will, if you ask in His name. So go before God with a heart that you've given to Him, that you've repented of. Go before God and ask, and God will give you what is best for you. It always works out for the best. Whatever He has to give you, it is for your benefit, if you ask. So ask. Some of us don't ask, we forget to ask, we don't feel worthy enough to ask. But He also said, go boldly. So go before God and ask. Thank you all so much for watching again today. I appreciate you and all your comments, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for the next ICAD. Bye.